What's going on, guys? Again, Gamer here. And before we get started, I see that you guys might be realize, oh my god, I actually have a high quality camera. Whoa! But no, this is basically recording off my new phone. I got the iPhone X. It's fucking fabulous. I've never really been an iPhone user, but I actually got this one, and it's amazing. I'm gonna say it myself. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. And if you guys can hear, I'm not exactly feeling too good, so my voice is a little bit fluctuated, like it's not supposed to normally be. That's pretty much one of the main reasons why. But the thing that I wanted to come out and talk to you guys today about is a little bit different of a video than I would normally do. This video is going to be a little bit more of an inspirational video. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's a lot of things that I've been wanting to tell a lot of people that a lot of people just really don't get when it comes down to pretty much life in general. And it seems to me that a lot of people think that their life is just going to blow over and that whoever they put into their life can easily be replaced and stuff like that. Well, to start off with, that's not exactly true. And what I basically came out here to talk to you guys about is that life is way too short to be trying to sit there and make everybody in life happy. And the people who you can make happy, I strongly suggest to try and make happy. Because the more people that you make happy in your life, the more people that you're going to realize are actually going to be there for you when you need to be happy. And I just don't feel like a lot of people nowadays, especially those in high school, especially the high school that I go to, don't really care about a lot of other people. And they only care about like their family and their really close friends. And especially those out there who are trying to seek relationships, a lot of people just don't care about one another. And a bunch of people over in high school are always looking for the most hot girl or the most popular guy, the most popular girl, the most hot guy. And the thing is, though, is that those are the people that I really hope get their hearts broken hard. Because a lot of people are going to have to realize in life that you're not always going to have to settle for the hottest guy in school, the captain of the football team, or the captain of the cheer squad. You're not always going to have that kind of luxury to be with those people. And the thing is, though, is that majority of those people, I'm not saying all, so if you are one of these people who are classified as like the captain of the football team or stuff like that, don't get offended by this, but majority of the people that are in those types of categories are going to drop your shit so goddamn hard. And those of you who don't give the people, such as, let's just use myself as an example. I do not think that I'm very much of an attractive guy, and a lot of people also think that too. But the people who you think that aren't very attractive are the people who are going to treat you the best in the long run. And to be quite honest, those people who are in high school who are talking about not being with the people who they think is not very attractive or anything like that are going to end up being with one of those people later on in life. And they're going to realize how much of a mistake they made when they go back into their high school years and realize that they fucked everything else in their life up. And honestly, when it comes down to me, if I wanted to have a girl in my life, okay, I'm not looking for the most pretty girl in the goddamn world. I'm not looking for the most amazing girl that I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm looking for somebody who I know is going to treat me right. You could literally be anything that you really want to be. You can be a leader of the cheer squad. You could be a female football player. You could do anything you want to do, but it doesn't really matter in the long run, I'll be honest. The only thing that matters is to you and the accomplishments that you set and the things that you like. There's no reason why you have to sit around and you have to sit there and do other things that other people want you to do because you feel like you need their acceptance. It all matters about what you want to do and what you want to set your mind to. I'm going to give myself an actual real example. So lately what's been going on is a lot of people have been talking to me about how, if you guys don't know, I recently have gone through a large breakup. And right at this moment, I am 110% single. 110%. And a lot of people have been asking me about how I'm sticking out with it because at the very first start of the couple of weeks and stuff like that, I was extremely heartbroken about it because it was an 11-month relationship that had just gotten broken up and it was the longest relationship I've ever been in. And I was 100% heartbroken about it. But now that I go around and think to myself, I always think to myself that I honestly don't really need to make everybody happy. I'm not going to go around and sit there and try to make everybody happy and do what everybody else wants me to do. I'm going to be the person who I'm going to be. And if nobody's going to accept me for that, then there's no reason I need to have in my life. And a lot of people sit there and tell me about how they want to use their high school to basically do whatever they want to and find out what they like and what they don't like. So that way they can defer what's going to happen later on in life. But the thing that I don't agree with that kind of statement is that you need to know what you want to do. You can't be going into life blind-eyed. Because every single time that you walk into life and you sit there and tell everybody, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want. I don't know this. I don't know that. You're going to hurt somebody. Because in the long run, all it's going to happen is that you're going to say, oh yeah, I don't know if I want to do this, but I might think about it. And then you're going to go off and do something else. And that person who originally wanted you to do what that original thing was, you're going to end up hurting because you're telling them, I don't know. So they're going to get their hopes up. That goes with relationships. That goes with future career choices. That goes with future friend groups. That goes with different plans that you make down in high school. Like going to hang out with people and going to like date different people out there. That you're going to sit there and say, I don't know what I want. I don't know this. I don't know that. And all it's going to happen is you're going to end up hurting other people. And you might not think about that in the long run. And you might be sitting there thinking to yourself like, oh, okay, well, it's my high school. I don't really have much to worry about because it's not even my actual like future on life that's going to determine everything. But the truth is that's 100% of a lie. Because everything in high school matters to everyone else. Because high school is where you either make it or you break it. And the reason I'm saying that is because later on in future life, high school is what prepares you for that future life. And if you're going to sit around and treat everyone like shit, or you're going to be so indecisive to the point where nobody even wants to be around you anymore, that's going to be the exact same way as soon as you leave high school and put yourself into that real world situation. And I know a lot of people shouldn't be taking my advice saying that I still am in high school, but I feel like I realize a lot more in life than a lot of other people do. And to be honest, I feel like I'm a lot more mature than most of the people in my high school. Because I'm the only one that I can see that understands the magnitude of everything that's going on. Because everybody's sitting there talking about how high school is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to live your entire childhood and you're supposed to do whatever you want in high school. But the thing is that high school is when you need to start getting your shit together. You have to start finding out who you want to be with the rest of your life. You have to start finding out what you want to do for the rest of your life. You have to find out the different people who you're going to want to keep in high school. That way, when you do leave high school, you're not going to lose contact with everybody who you ever cared about. And those people out there who sit there and try to sit there and make friends and friends and friends and friends and friends because they need friends, that is 100% not true whatsoever. Because my philosophy is no matter if you have one friend or 1,000 friends, it doesn't matter. All that matters is who's going to be there for you in the long run. And to be honest, the less friends you have, the better. Because you have, let's just say you have one friend. You have one very, very, very close friend who you are super, super, super close with. And you end up going to this one friend and you have to spill your emotions out, the things that you're feeling, the things that you're doing, the things that you're thinking to this one person. And they're going to be there for you to help you and to support you and everything like that. As to where if you had 1,000 friends, you have to take that emotion and pass it on one little chunk to each friend that you possibly have. And then you have to decide which ones are actually going to come to you to help you. And once you decide those certain people, you have to keep breaking it down into smaller and smaller and smaller chunks because people aren't going to be there for you. It doesn't matter how many friends in this entire world that you have. It doesn't matter about how much popularity you had. It doesn't matter what clothes you wear. It doesn't matter what the things you have. It doesn't matter about how much money you buy for things. Honestly, look at me real quick. I'm wearing this shirt right here. This little overshirt thing right here. I didn't spend any money on it. I got it for free because it was actually a shirt that my grandfather had before he passed away. That was passed down onto me. And I love wearing these things. I have like 7 of them and they're amazing. Yet, I bet you he didn't spend anything above like $20 for it. And honestly, it doesn't matter. Because even if he spent $1,000 on this jacket or free for this jacket, it doesn't matter whatsoever about the things that you purchase in life. Because the more things that you purchase in life, the more that you're going to realize that all that shit's not going to matter. You can sit there and buy the most expensive phone. You can sit there and buy the most expensive shoes. You can sit there and buy the most expensive hoodies, a Supreme fucking shirt, a white shirt with a fucking red label on it for almost $100. You can sit there and buy whatever you want, but then you're going to realize that money could either A, go to something 10 times more fucking useful, or B, you're going to realize that means nothing because all it's going to happen is that you're going to finally realize that that shit was dumb and you're going to get rid of it. Meaning all you did was spend money for something that was going to be cool at the time, but then later on in like a year or two, it's going to be irrelevant. There's no possible reason why anybody out there has to sit there and talk about how much money they have or what they buy or the people they hang out with or their popularity level because none of that's going to matter. As soon as you get out into the real world, you think anybody's going to give a fuck about how many Snapchat followers or how many Instagram followers you have? You think anybody in the real world is going to give a fuck about how many friends you have on Snapchat? No one's going to give a fuck. And no one else is going to give a fuck about the score that you kept on Snap saying that you got to 200 because no one's going to care. All it's going to matter is that when you're in high school, you need to figure out what you need to do for your future life. And you're going to find out the people who are really going to be there for you. And if you want to sit there and keep getting friends and friends and friends and friends and friends, then you can go ahead and do what you want. I'm not going to say that you're not going to be able to, because you can do what the fuck you want. It's your life. But I'm just giving everybody out there insight for those people out there who keep talking about how they want more friends, and people out there who want more in high school and pretty much life in general. I'm letting you guys know that nothing fucking matters. All that's going to matter are the people that care about you truthfully, the things that you accomplished in high school to get yourself to the position that you're at right now, and the people that you surround yourself in. And the reason those things are going to matter so much is because the people that you surround yourself in are the people who are going to affect your future drastically, depending on how they treat you and how you're treating them. Secondly, the things that you've accomplished in high school may even determine what job you have later on in life. Such as me, I'm excelling in choir because that's something that I love doing. I've been doing it for almost 12 years now, and it's amazing. I love it so much, to the point where literally later on in life, I could be a choir teacher, or I literally could going into the arts of singing and the arts of music in general. And honestly, that could dictate my entire future based off of that one thing that I'm doing in high school. It doesn't matter what you do here and there. Yes, everybody's focusing on, popularity gain and the levels of stuff that I have so I can compete with everybody else, because everybody else is leaving me in the dust when it comes to this popularity level. But to be honest, this little totem pole that you guys have put yourself onto, and all these little things that you guys decide you need to have in order to get to the top of that totem pole, does not matter. Because everything that you've done to get to the top of that totem pole, as soon as you get into real life, you're going to be dropped back down to the bottom again. You're going to have to rebuild yourself up. But it doesn't matter about how much money you have. It matters about what you've accomplished that's going to get you to the top of that totem pole. Think about it this way. I saw this post on Instagram the other day where it said, it was like a picture of two developers. One was the developer of Apple and one was the developer of Microsoft. It said that they both have a combined total of about $122 billion and not one Gucci belt in sight. And honestly, yes, that picture may be a joke or something like that. But to be honest, it makes so much sense to the point where I honestly believe that shit. Because they're out there making so much money. They're out there they made huge corporate brands that everybody nowadays knows. And everybody's sitting there saying, yeah, I can't live without this type of thing. But yet everybody's sitting there around, whenever they get $100 bill from their job, they go out and spend it on one fucking shirt. Like, there's no reason you have to spend your money on that. Saying that they literally had a combined total of almost $200 billion and they did nothing with it except for expand their company. They made it to the top of that totem pole with finances and different tops of totem pole from like popularity gain from literally doing nothing but hard work and dedication. There's nothing that matters about how much money you spend on something, because what's going to happen is that, yes, you're spending so much money on that type of stuff, but yet what's going to happen when that shirt doesn't fit you anymore? What's going to happen when that phone breaks? What's going to happen when those shoes run out? Nothing's going to matter. All you're going to be doing is spending money on something that you're not even going to have later on in a couple of years. And there's no reason why we have to sit around and talk about how many friends we have. Honestly, there's nothing that has to happen in this world that you guys have to make sure that you have like 50 billion friends. Because later on in life, what's going to happen is that when you're actually in real world situations, getting a career, living on your own, not doing stuff with any financial aid, except for yourself and maybe somebody that you're living with, or maybe somebody that you're married to. But the thing is that with that kind of stuff, the people who you made friends with in high school, if you have like about 500 friends, I guarantee, 110% guarantee you that when the regular life comes out and you guys all stop going to high school and stop talking to each other on a daily basis, only about 2 or 3 friends of those 500 friends are going to still be around when you're there. And it doesn't matter about what happens in high school at the moment, because especially those of you who out there who are freshmen, mainly I'm going to talk straight to freshmen at this point. You guys may be looking at the juniors and seniors saying, oh my God, I can't wait to be like them. Like, that guy's the captain of the football team. That guy has so many friends. That guy's doing this. That guy's doing that. That girl's doing this. That girl's doing that. Oh my God, that girl's so pretty. Holy shit, she has like almost 100,000 followers on fucking Instagram. It doesn't matter. When you get into high school as a freshman, your number one goal is to pass your classes, learn what you can, and do what you love. Because those are all the things that are literally going to matter when you go on to that later life. Because once all that stuff is gone, you're not going to have a chance to do that kind of shit again. High school, like I said, is where you make it or break it. Because if you break it, then you're fucked. If you make it when you're in high school, your future life will make so much more sense and you will understand the philosophy of everything that's been going on. There's no reason why anybody out there has to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on their accessories or their clothes or anything like that. And there's no reason why people out there have to have so many friends. And there's no reason why anybody out there has to date the most hottest or most attractive man in the entire school. There's no reason to. all. And those people out there who are dating the most attractive people in the world and don't give anybody else a chance besides the people who everybody classifies as the hottest, I honestly hope to God you guys are ones to get dropped the hardest. Because the day that I find out that somebody who wants something that they necessarily want but isn't always a good situation and they get it, I want to see what happens when they fucking realize that that shit wasn't even good for them in the first place. There's people out there who always talk about how they will never give anybody a chance if they're not of this certain level, or if they don't have these clothings, or if their phone is some fucking old-fashioned phone or some shit like that. But honestly, does that honestly matter to you? Do you really care about that? Because I always hear girls all the fucking time, even men too. Men all the time and women all the time talk to me, talk to my friends, talk to everybody about how they're so miserable and they can't find a guy and they can't find a girl and this and that and blah, 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 blah. But yet it's not even that fucking fault of anybody else not giving them a chance. It's that you're not doing anything to make those people give you a chance. There's not going to be a person out there with a sign fucking holding your name up waiting for your ass. That's not going to happen. You have to put yourself out there and you have to know what you want before you can do anything. You have to be the one to be able to step up and say, hey, I like you. Or, hey, I think they're going to treat me right. If they're fucking wearing like $1,000 clothing, then you don't just walk up to them and be like, oh my God, they're so hot. No, you get to know them to see if they're going to treat you like fucking dirt. Because all those people out there who talk about how they can't find a good man or can't find a good girl or anything like that, it doesn't fucking matter. The thing that matters is the people who are actually going to be there to treat you right. Like if you walk up to a girl that's wearing like $1,000 worth of clothing, you walk up to her and she's a complete bitch, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. But if I walk up to a girl who's wearing casual clothing like ripped jeans and a fucking shirt from Walmart or wearing a fucking hoodie or something like that, a hoodie and sweatpants, and I walk up to her and she's a super nice girl, like hell yeah, I'm going to actually try to see if I can get with her. The thing is though, is that you don't have to sit there and talk to everybody in the entire school that somehow looks hot because they have fucking $1,000 clothing. Yes, don't get me wrong. There's some people out there who have lots of money and buy really expensive things and are really nice people. I've met them before. I'm friends with some of them. But the thing is, though, is that a lot of the people out there who sit there and talk about how they won't give anybody a chance if they're not wearing this certain brand, or if they don't have this, or they don't have that, are the people who normally come around to saying that they fucking don't have anybody in their life. I mean, look at majority of these fucking pop stars out here. They literally, all these males out here fuck a chick, and then they have like 7 other chicks in their next music video. And then there's hella stuff going around about how male rappers and singers and stuff like that are going out with these other male rappers or other female rappers and female singers, some male actually, because there is LGBT people in the actual singing business and stuff like that. But there's a lot of these things about relationships between the two. And then when it drops, it's all over the news. And the person always talks about how like it was their fault, or it was their fault, or it was the fame, or it was the money and stuff like that. But the thing is though, is that there's a lot of people out there that I've also seen who are singers and rappers who date people that aren't even relevant. Like they date people who aren't in the news. They date people who aren't sitting there trying to fucking collect billions and billions and billions of dollars. They're not dating people who fucking songwrite or anything like that. They're dating these people because they're great people. But yet nobody realizes that when they think about these fucking songwriters and rappers that everybody wants to be or wants to look like. You gotta realize that everybody started at one point. You're not just gonna sit there and fucking be successful in life because you bought their expensive shoes or you bought their fucking expensive clothing line or anything like that. They got themselves up to that level for a purpose. And they had to use hard work and dedication to get themselves up to that level. To where you sit around and you think to yourself that you need to buy everything expensive and maybe you'll be like that one day. When that's not even the fucking case. You have to start from the bottom at some point. For God's sakes, my first job was working over at Taco Bell. And the thing is, though, is that majority of the stuff that I bought, I'm buying myself. This iPhone X, I'm paying for myself. With a little help from my mom from buying the actual phone itself at the beginning. But the payments that I have to make monthly, I'm paying them myself because of the work that I'm doing for my family. And the thing is, though, is that I constantly keep money on me. Majority of the time in that wallet up there. And the thing is though, is that all that money I've ever put in that card up there, I've gotten from working for it. I've never gotten 1 cent just because I was like, hey, yeah, can I have this? No, I've pretty much done everything in my life to earn what I have. Like, as you guys can see, I post Xbox videos all the time. Everything that I've pretty much bought for this Xbox, I've bought for myself. I got the Xbox One itself as a gift for Christmas. Every game I've got, every controller I've got, this headset that I've gotten, these rechargeable battery packs, this fucking controller right here, all these controllers that I have all over the place, I paid for myself because I sat there and I told myself that, okay, I'm going to make this money and I'm going to buy it myself so I don't have to rely on anybody else. And that's the thing that nobody else realizes, is that hard work gets you a lot faster and a lot closer to things that you want without having to sit there and bitch, moan, and complain about how it's not happening to you quick enough. Yes, things are going to take a long time to do. And I realize that all the time. But the thing is, though, is that a lot of the things that you guys are trying to do out here that are going to make you get to that closer area are not going to do anything for you. And the people out there who sit there and tell other people who truly care about them that they don't know what they want, or the people out there that sit there and tell the people that care about them, like they're giving them attitude, or when they try to figure out what's wrong, you don't tell them what's wrong. What's going to happen is that person's going to fucking leave your ass. That person's going to say, okay, you don't want my help, you don't want my assistance, I don't need this. Because if you're going to be as difficult of a person as you think that you're not being, then you're going to get fucking dropped by everybody. And then you're going to realize to yourself, like, oh, well, I didn't need them. I have this person as my friend. But yet that person's probably not going to even fucking be there for you in about a year. That person there is probably just going to be like, oh, yeah, well, like, I need to go do this with my friends and this with my friends and all this other stuff like that. And they're just going to drop you and they're going to fall off the face of the fucking earth and you're never going to talk to them again. And the thing is, though, is that there's a lot of people that I know that do that. And specifically a couple actual people that I know that I used to be really good friends with, but now fucking barely ever talk to me and barely ever want to fucking be around me. And then there's one specific person indeed that always wants to be around me and always wants to hang out with me and wants to have a future with me. But the thing is, though, is that they don't understand what the fuck they want. But I'm not going to point out any names because I'm not going to throw shade at anybody and it doesn't really matter. But basically the moral of this entire video right here is that I want to tell you guys that nothing in high school is going to matter if you decide not to do anything with it. You can sit there and get the best grades that you can. You can do what you love. You can do all the electives you want. You can make a bunch of long-lasting friendships, and that's what's going to stick with you. But it doesn't matter about what you buy, how much you pay for something, what you tell people, how many friends you have, like how much of a badass you've been in school, because no one's gonna give a fuck about that later on in life. So this is just a little bit of a rant episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more videos kind of like this, let me know down in the description below. And if you like this camera quality, let me know. I'm going to get a new light because as you guys can see over here, I have a fucking regular little light that I use for my room. So I'm thinking I'm going to get some studio lighting up here for the actual setup itself. But if you guys like this video, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, new videos should be posting up soon. I'm probably posting a little bit of an Anthem video soon because I actually picked up Anthem and I beat the game. And I kind of want to do another rerun of it because it felt kind of short. But let me know down below if you guys want to see an Anthem video. Because honestly, I would love to do an Anthem video. That game's fucking amazing. And I'm also posting on a Jump Force too. Because I actually bought Jump Force and I'm having so much fucking fun with it. I'm not going to post the campaign though. Because that shit's slow. But I will post some online videos. And maybe some campaign videos. Depending on what you guys want to see. So let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, slam that like button down below. And yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments below. And I'll see you all later.